So I'm up here in North Georgia, one of my favorite places to get away and just disconnect from the world. Lake Conasauga and the Big Frog Loop in the Cohutta Wilderness. I love this place so much. While I'm up here, I started to think, I've had this rooftop tent by Naturnest for about 4 to 5 months now, and I've had a lot of people online that have asked me what I thought about the tent, do I still like it, and asked me a lot of questions about the tent. So I thought that I would just take a few moments while I'm up here. I got the tent set up, I got the Jeep set up, and just give you an overview of my rig setup, but then give you kind of a 3 to 4 to 5 month review on this Naturnest. So come with me, let's jump into it, and I'll give you some details on my new Naturnest RTT. So a couple of things that I love about this Naturnest rooftop tent. It has got so much room, you don't feel claustrophobic in it at all. It is super easy to set up. It takes maybe 25 to 45 seconds to pop this thing open. You literally unlatch 4 latches on all 4 corners, push it up, and the thing just shoots up into the air. So it's super easy to open this thing up. It does take a little finagling to put the poles on the rain flaps, but once they're up, it is good to go. Now I've probably spent maybe a good 30 nights in this rooftop tent, and I've been in some pretty aggressive winds up to about 25 miles an hour. I've been through rain, it has never gotten wet on the inside, and even during the winds of 25 miles an hour, the tent did not move. It was pretty stable all night. You could tell that it was windy because the walls were coming in, but it didn't move. Now I paired my Naturnest rooftop tent with this 270-degree awning, and this is probably one of my favorite additions that I've added to the Jeep. Look how much room coverage this adds at a campsite. It's got the LED lights underneath. It's got poles for stability, but I don't need them right now because it is just an awesome night out here. From up top, it's just got tons and tons of room coverage. Now, to set up and break down this 270-degree awning is so easy. It takes maybe about 45 seconds to do the whole 270-degree awning together. Now, there's a few things about the Naturnest rooftop tent that I don't like, and I'll explain them to you here. So, really has nothing to do with the actual tent itself, but you can see how I don't have a rain fly on this side over here. It's because this 270-degree awning sticks up so far right there that my rain fly poles will not come outside of it. So it was very difficult to pair the two together, but that's okay. I don't feel that I need them, and I haven't had an issue with them raining inside of the tent. Rain flies on the front, back, and then this side over here is perfect. Now, I chose to put my ladder on the passenger side, and in that way, everything with regards to camping and tent happens on the driver's side, the awning, the chairs, the fire, everything. This is what I would consider my private side, which is where my ladder goes up here, but then also, if you notice, I've got a Camp Lux hot water shower. So here I actually take a shower on this side. It's very private on this side of the Jeep. Now, one of the main things I don't like about this Naturnest rooftop tent is the breakdown. I did mention that it was super easy to set up, maybe 30 to 45 seconds to set up. However, breakdown and pack up of camp is really not easy. What you would have to do is take each corner of it. This side, you would have to pull it down, snap it. Take this side, pull it down, snap it. Do the same thing with the other sides, but you would have to then go around and stuff all of the fabric inside of the tent, and it's just not easy, it's not quick, it's not fast. So there is a trade-off. One of the things that I like about this design, about being a full pop-up tent, is that it's really, really roomy inside as opposed to maybe some of the clamshells that you see. This one, you don't get claustrophobic in at all. It has just got a lot of room up there. Now the ladder that came with the tent is your pretty standard collapsible ladder. I couldn't get the tent all the way as far as I needed to on the side of the Rhino rack backbone system. So what I did is I had to create and fabricate these little brackets to hold the ladder because the ladder just wouldn't reach the hooks on the side of the tent, but no big deal. These little fabricated L brackets here was super easy to screw on and they work perfect. So let me take you up to my home away from home and I'll show you the goods inside. So this is what I love most about this tent. A little bit different than your normal clamshell that kind of opens this way. This one opens straight up, which means a couple things. It is so roomy on the inside, you don't feel claustrophobic, especially when the weather's bad and you want to come up here and like zip yourself in here. You feel really comfortable sitting in here watching an iPad or whatever you're doing. That's kind of the trade-off to the non-easy breakdown, is having the ability to kind of shift this thing straight up in the air and then have a little bit more room in here. The other thing I love most about this is the fact that you've got 4 windows all the way around. You've got this window here, this window here, this window here, and then there's one on this side over here. If you're in a beautiful, beautiful landscape and you're just sitting in here, you could literally look out 360 degrees and see all around you. I love that about this tent. So this tent also comes, as you can tell, with an LED light in here, and I've got that just plugged into one of my little Jackery boxes here. And you got the rain flies. You can close these and kind of black it out if you wanted to. If it was still light outside, you can unroll these and just turn it all black on the inside and just kind of sleep it off even if it's daylight. So width-wise, you could fit 2 people comfortably in here. Like I could lay here on half of it like this and still have room for my wife or my son or somebody else to kind of lay here on this side. I am right at 6 foot, so I'm about 5'11" and a half, almost 6 foot. And even when I lay down head to foot, I don't reach either side of the tent. So it's a lot of room both this way and this way. So the last little thing that I will mention about this RTT as opposed to some of the traditional clamshells that you've noticed, one of the things I do like about the clamshell is that it still has a hard top on the top so that you can still add a roof rack up there to store a little bit more equipment on top of the rooftop tent. Not possible with this Naturnest. The Naturnest here is still, even though they consider it a hard top, it's a soft shell hard top. It's like a PVC, no roof rack on the top of it. So there is no additional storage when it comes to what you're going to put on top of the rooftop tent. So really that's the only 2 negatives that I see to this rooftop tent. No storage on top of it, no roof rack on top of the tent, and breakdown takes a little bit longer and is a little bit more involved than just closing the clamshell. Otherwise, this is an amazing, amazing tent, and I would probably recommend it to most of you out there. Now, if you're overlanding in the sense that you're driving to one location, camping the night, breaking down camp, leaving first thing in the morning, the clamshell would probably be a better option for you. But if you're doing something like what we're doing here, we're just spending the weekend in this one location, just kind of disconnecting from the world, this is an awesome, awesome tent. I'll see you guys on the next Road Rash video. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our adventures. We've got a lot of overlanding adventures coming up and a lot of really cool new installs, including our brand new Anthem off-road wheels. Wait for that video to come out. That is going to be a sick video. Follow the channel, like, subscribe. Love you guys. Peace!